All right, you guys, so this is a video that we actually filmed for a TV network about 3 years ago now. It was called A Dog's Destiny. It's a whole show concept that I created. We were really excited to put it together. It didn't work out with the network, but I still have all the footage, and I wanted to just show you guys what it was about. It's still a really powerful show concept of what dogs are supposed to be doing with individual breeds. So that's what this video is. It's completely sporadic and completely out of nowhere, but enjoy.
Today, we're in Lowry, Minnesota, working with America's sweetheart dog. In the 19th century, Lord Tweedmouth created the Golden Retriever in Scotland by breeding the yellow flat-coat retriever and the Tweed Water Spaniel. The breed was, and still is, utilized for its incredible scent detection and their ability to retrieve on land or in the water. While being one of the most popular breeds here in the United States, many people still don't have a clue what these dogs are bred to do.
Hey everybody, Tom Davis here.
My name's Tom Davis, and my whole life I've been interested in canines. If it barks, tracks, hunts, or howls, I want to know more about it.
So I want the dog right here on my side.
Since the beginning of time, dogs have worked for us. It now seems we work for them. That's why today and every day, I'm on the hunt for a dog's destiny. With a picturesque Sunrise Drive and copious amounts of fresh Minnesota gas station coffee, I was en route to Thunderstruck Kennels. Thunderstruck Kennels was erected in the spring of 2013 by Todd and Benita Otterness. These guys have been working with Golden Retrievers for over 40 years and are highly respected within their field. With over 120 acres of land for these dogs to work, I was beyond excited to get out of that truck and into the field with some true Golden Retrievers.
We start early neurological stimulation at 3 days, and it's a program that the military developed, their Super Dog program, and it improves emotional, mental, physical health.
Even at like 3 days old, the puppies probably don't even have their eyes open yet, do they?
They still don't. The ears are closed also, so they're completely going on nose. So right now, eyes are closed, ears are closed.
So right now they're living their life through their nose. So they're like, oh, life's pretty cool. And then all of a sudden they can see, and they're like, wow, it just got a lot better.
And I can hear.
And then they start hearing. Yeah, that's cool.
And so life changes a lot for them. We flip them, and they go like
Early
this.
neurological stimulation is absolutely crucial for each dog to live a happy, stress-free life.
Central nervous system.
Even at 10 days old, these puppies are already getting exposed to the life and the reality that they will experience as a Golden Retriever. So a lot of times people will think that if a breed such as the Golden Retriever has a spot on their chest or a spot on their head, then it disqualifies them for being purebred. And obviously in this case, that's not true.
No.
Education is just as important to dogs as it is to kids. In both cases, the earlier, the better. These guys are cute and adorable and precious, but at the same time, these guys are gonna grow up to be hunting, tracking, waterfowl chasing, retrieving machines. After watching the fascinating preparation process with the 10-day-old puppies, we now move to the next phase of training with the 7-week-old Goldens. When you buy a Golden Retriever, you're gonna get a dog that wants to retrieve.
Good puppy.
Yeah, so you're starting using verbal markers to associate that certain behavior with expectations.
Yes.
So you say, hey, watch. They go, oh, something good has happened at that. Yeah, okay, cool.
Exactly right.
That's great. And you're starting to do that at this age.
There you go. Yeah. These guys run towards noise. So some people say, are they scared of gunshots or things like that? We always make sure good things happen where noise is so that they don't ever develop something like that would be undesirable for them. Good puppy. Good job.
So the hallway is setting the dog up for training success because they have no opportunity to go any other place.
So again, trying to get them to chase something first. Ready?
What type of behaviors would you see at home if you didn't get them out and work them?
It's chewing up furniture, or it's chewing up shoes, or it's barking a lot.
And when you put them into an environment that doesn't allow them access to their their destiny of what they're supposed to do, it creates frustration, anger.
Undesirable behaviors will come from boredom with Goldens.
People go home and they complain about their golden retriever carrying their leash and their socks and their underwear around the house. So what you should be doing, instead of your dog retrieving your socks and underwear, get him a bird. So when you're using the ducks, they produce the most scent. Is there any particular reason why the ducks produce more scent than like the pheasants?
Because the pheasants are on the ground.
Right.
When we're running field trials and competition, a hen pheasant is the toughest bird to get because it doesn't have scent. And so the dogs have to mark it. They're not going to get lucky with a hen pheasant compared to a smelly duck that they can use the wind for. Good job.
These dogs here, they're not going to go to like a pet home and sit on the couch.
No. Most of our puppies are going to go into pet hunting homes or into competition homes, search and rescue, agility, obedience, service dogs, anything like that.
Working. They all have to be
They're going to be
working.
working.
Now, typically, puppies go to their new homes at 8 weeks. You may think all you need to do is set up their new Instagram account and watch them sleep all day. Think again. When they're at this age, if it was like a human, what's their learning capacity?
Like a kindergartner, probably.
Right.
You know, once they do something once, they remember it.
Right.
So as I always tell people when they go home, it's easier to teach good behaviors than bad behaviors, because if they do it one time, they're going to do it again.
Right. This one cheated, went right around the log. They're trying to figure it out. There you go, good job. Come on, 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 come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, they're almost over it. There you go. So at this age, you can determine how confident these dogs are gonna be.
Biggest thing is that people continue to expose them to new things when they go home so that they're a well-adjusted adult dog that can handle new situations.
Yeah. They're already getting exposed to this type of stuff at this age, so when they need to work, they're flying right through this.
They've already had birds, they've been in tall grass. They don't know any different. It's what they're bred to do, but at the same time, it's already been put into them.
I have to admit, watching a 7-week-old puppy tap into their genetic pedigree at such an early age is inspiring to witness. It's an eye-opening experience that unfortunately, most dog owners never get to see.
We'll always start handling already. This is the beginning of handling. See the hand movement? Yeah, they can start learning casting already. Shh. Watch them, watch them, watch them, watch them. Tina! I released her on her name and I let her go early. Good girl. The dog is still under my control.
Right.
So wherever I go, the dog goes. Right there. Now I have a dog that's ready to learn. It's not jumping around, it's under control. Watch her, watch her, watch her. Tina! That's a good girl. Good girl. Tina. And in about 2.5 years, that'll get extended to like 500 yards. Good girl. We always quit when the dog is still having fun and giving good effort.
We never want it to become a negative thing for them. We always want to end on a good note, right?
Right. It's the biggest thing we were really looking for, always, is effort.
Right. And so you're almost capping it. Like right when they exceed,
Yeah.
you end it.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this duck, run it across the grass blades here, northwest, which means the scent's gonna come down to her. She's gonna pick it up, and then she's gonna come find it and retrieve it. Hopefully.
Except she likes people.
But that's the cool thing about the golden retrievers is that's why they work so well in so many homes, is because they love people and they love to work. So they're such a universal dog. They're not just all business, and they're also not all binary on the other side of being just a family dog and not wanting to work. As you can see, she's out here tracking a duck, but she's also running to different people to give them love and attention. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. And when the dog was invented back in the 19th century for doing this type of work, I think that's why the breed was so successful back then, is because the hunters got to bring their dogs home, and that was kind of icing on the cake. They go out and hunt with their dogs, and then they'd be able to bring a dog like this home because they're just well-mannered, well-tempered dogs. That's what everyone loves about the Goldens.
So when they start beelining instead of kind of quartering, that's when you know they pick up the scent trail too.
Just let her do her thing.
She knows there's something there, but she's little again and just starting.
And she has to poop.
She's gonna poop.
Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go. And she loves it. Look at her.
I know.
See ya.
So proud. So proud. That's why we have a cord. We can't catch them. We're not that fast. Most people don't think puppies can do that at that.
Right, and the other thing is too about puppies, because of how cute they are, they don't think that they want to work.
Or that they need to push them a little.
Right.
For that brain development to continue.
It's just really, really nice to see them develop and actually do what they're supposed to do. It's impressive.
She'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good time with her.
She's a little firecracker.
Yep.
So while we were there, one of the Thunderstruck Retriever females actually went into heat, and we had the opportunity to go and witness just how these award-winning dogs are bred. Breeding specialist Dr. Rayanna Rice was incredibly insightful. It was compelling to see the very first step of the Golden Retriever conception, bringing this whole process full circle.
Golden Retrievers are a really popular dog for a reason. You know, they tend to have pretty good dispositions. They tend to be pretty amenable to training, so they're smart. And these dogs, you know, anything with the word retriever in it is a working dog of some sort, even if we've kind of gotten away from that over time as far as the reason people are acquiring certain dog breeds. Even if you're not necessarily going to hunt with the dog, they need exercise. They need that stimulation outdoors. I mean, ideally, even if you're not going to hunt with them, you know, do something that's at least somewhat similar, like maybe have them at least retrieving balls or something like that. Or something that a lot of people actually are getting into is like shed hunting. You know, if they don't hunt with the dog, but that's something that they can get some nose work and go looking for some things and just provide stimulation and activity in a way where they don't have to shoot things if they don't want to. You're keeping them active and you're providing that stimulation for them in order to keep them healthy mentally and to keep the relationship that you have with the dog solid and strong. Because if they're not getting enough activity and they're not getting enough stimulation in that way, that's when you might kind of start to feel like, well, this isn't the best fit for me. But, you know, a year or two into owning that dog isn't the best time to kind of come to that realization.
So the person who should be looking at these types of dogs, healthy, active,
Yep.
outdoorsy,
Yep, absolutely.
going for walks, not afraid to go for a walk. Cool. I was still processing all that information from Dr. Rice as we made our way back to Thunderstruck. I was now ready to see one of the last steps of building the Golden Retriever blueprint. What do you utilize this collar for?
For most of our dogs and in general, the collar is more times than not just used when we see lack of effort. As a trainer, we can tell. That's when the pressure starts coming in. It's like you step it up. On this particular dog, if I yell NO really loud, that's worse.
That's enough.
That's enough for her.
There's a significant difference between a remote collar through conditioning and training versus just a shot collar. What the collar does is it allows you to reinforce behaviors 1.5 miles away if you want to. I think the remote collar is one of the most humane tools that you could possibly use on a dog, because you're able to allow them to be a dog and be free-spirited but have the control for their safety. It's a form of escape training. So the dog's escaping the pressure through compliance. So the faster the dog does the behavior, the faster the collar shuts off.
Yeah, so the dog in essence is learning how to turn this off.
All right, so what are we gonna do?
We're just gonna do a simple double with her.
Are we talking about like single burgers or double cheeseburgers? What are we talking about? What's a single?
One throwing bird, go pick it up.
So you're just getting one bird, and then a double would be getting 2 birds?
2 birds, one at a time.
Got it.
Heel. Heel turns them this way, ear goes this way.
Right,
If
okay,
I back
cool.
up and go heel, 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 sit. Good.
Nice.
Sit. Watch. Watch it. Watch it. Watch. Lays. A lot of people think the hand indicates like I'm pointing which way to go. The hand becomes a confirmation tool that we're confirming. Later on, when this stuff gets super complicated and then the hand comes in, the dog will just go,
Wow.
here.
That was amazing.
Here.
It's so cool
Here.
to see that, because we just worked
Sit.
with all the young puppies.
And now I use another cue word, mark.
So what's mark mean?
That means there's going to be more than one.
Okay, mark means there's gonna be more than one waterfowl or,
Yeah.
or bird.
Here, here, here. There. I adjusted her spine. Where the spine goes, the dog goes. She wants to go there. So she's telling me what she wants to do, but I'm saying, no, we're going over here. Sit. Mark. Watch it. Okay, good. Heel. Sit. 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 Blaze. No, I said good. My dogs, these field dogs are taught to stay on that target until I say good. Then you can move to the next. Heel. Mark.
That's beautiful.
Mark. Right there. Blaze. And we use voice inflection based on distance. If we're doing a short mark, that's where Benita is. It becomes a whisper. If I have to go out to those evergreens, my voice is going to reflect. And they learn it.
So it makes a lot of sense when you're training these dogs to do this type of stuff, because back in the day when this first started, the retrieval and things like that, the dogs were going out and working with the hunters to gather food for the table for the families. So by sending that dog 200 yards out to get the bird and bringing it back in less than 30 seconds is 100% more efficient and more effective than doing anything else. So it's kind of coming full circle, and it's really cool to see these guys out here still practicing what the breed is supposed to be doing and what they're meant for. So it's really cool to see. So your hand motions control the dogs and dictate the dog's navigation path.
And body language. And I'm going to use a verbal.
What's your verbal for the dog to do that?
B-A-C-K.
Okay, so you just tell the dog B-A-C-K?
Yep. And if I use my left hand, the dog has to turn to the left. If I use my right hand, the dog has to turn to the right.
So the dog will actually go straight and turn left to right depending on what angle your arms are actually going?
Yes. Sit. Back.
That's pretty cool.
That's good.
And she's a year and a half.
Here. Shh. Sit. Good job. Sit.
So the whistle means?
The whistle means sit. The dog
Sit
got
and
no
stay
phone
until
call.
directed to do otherwise.
Sit.
Perfect.
Sit. Sit. Blaze. And in her earlier training, then you would do something like this. Sit. Sit. Shh.
Good. So from the time what we were working about there at 8 weeks to now, they're just continuing to dial in and get better and better and better. So we'll simulate this where the gun goes off, boom, and then the bird drops, bang, and then you send the dog.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Watch. Watch it. Watch it. Sit. Sit. Blaze.
That's great. That's wonderful.
Now just imagine that at 200-300 yards with heavy cover, many times into the water, out of the water.
I like this thing. I'll have to get me one of these. This is like the next step to the actual thing.
Yep.
So when we get guns out, like it's gonna go in a story.
And it's safe. She's focused. Fetch. Now that's
Impulse
what
control.
I trained for.
Impulse control.
Yeah, force fetch.
So can
Yes.
I try it?
Absolutely.
Fetch. Yes, good. If we tell a dog to sit or stay, it would only be a one-time thing, where you guys have a lot of reinforcement over it because they're such high drive dogs.
Yep.
So their mind is like this.
The sit command is the most important command we have in our toolbox.
So after a couple long days of preparation and training, I was finally ready to go out and share a hunt with these golden retrievers. Hearing them whack their tails off the kennels with excitement got the blood flowing. I sort of forgot it was only 9 degrees. What made you guys start to get into doing this?
We'd always had Goldens. Todd used them for hunting, so we've always had a Golden.
Yeah.
But as our kids got older and it was going to be the two of us, we decided we wanted to train dogs and have dogs and compete.
Makes sense. Makes sense to do pheasant hunting here in Minnesota.
Yep. So heel means come sit by your side. So when
Yep.
he's coming back with the bird, you're going to say heel, and then you'll send him. Put your hand in and say his name.
Angus. When the golden brings it back, it's breed specific to them to not damage the bird when they bring it back because they have what they call a soft mouth.
Correct. And so they're going to be something that they're very sensory in their mouth. The goal is always once they pick it up, keep it in their mouth, bring it back, gently release it. Labradors will do the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But retrieving,
The
but
retrievers are.
retrievers, they do that. And it's nice that they don't ruin all the meat we're trying to eat later.
You might want to go left. Come on, Blaze. Atta girl. There's one, there's one. Nice shot. Good shot.
Angus, here. Heel. Sit. Good. Good, Blaze. Heel. Heel. Good. Good girl. Good job. Good job.
Put them in your pocket.
I'm gonna go get a fresh cup of coffee. When I was young, my old man always told me you have to harvest what you hunt. There's a certain connection you have with the food you eat when you know you were part of the process of how it ended up on your plate. No factory farms and no freezers were involved. And with the help of the dedicated crew at Thunderstruck Kennels and some hardworking golden retrievers,
That's her first bird ever doing this.
we all shared homemade Minnesota pheasant dishes of all the sort.
Jalapeno on there.
There you go. Cheers.
Thank you guys for having us out. Truly do appreciate it.